but not a call to the warrior in you, the healer in you, the king, the queen, the lover in you. Every day we're called to walk in our purpose. Answer the call. Lay down your burden and take your place. The battle is everywhere and right in your face.
Welcome to Magnets, Crystals, and Pyramids. Success is your destiny. Love, wisdom, power. Remember always who you are. Yes, yes, I am. Love, wisdom, yes, yes, I am. Love, yes, power. Yes, I am. Love, wisdom, yes, I am. Love, wisdom, power. Yes, yes, I am. Love, wisdom, power. Master. Yes, I am. Yes, love, wisdom, power. Yes, I am. Say to yourself, yes, I am. Yes, I am. Master. I am. Yes,
A circle of a moon.
Okay. Hello, Hank.
Hey, Lloyd.
Hey.
Hey, Kaya. How y'all doing?
Fine, fine. Hey, Baraka. How are you?
Good to see you.
Oh, yeah.
Good to see you.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we're going to get into it.
Yep.
You with us, Hank? Uh-oh. Hank, you're muted. You're muted.
Like the headpiece, Kaya.
Go ahead, sister. No, we can't hear you. We can't hear you.
That's funny.
I think it's a delay in this, like Mercury retrograde going on right now.
Yeah, you can hear me though, right?
Yeah, I can hear you like twice. I think it's a delay in this, like Mercury retrograde going on right now.
Yeah, yeah. You can hear me though, right?
Yeah, I can hear you
I
like
can hear
twice.
you, yeah, Baraka, we can hear you.
Retrograde going on right now.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
right?
Yeah,
so all right, y'all.
Yeah, Baraka, we can hear you.
Retrograde going on right now.
Yeah.
So let's move forward. There's a lot of echoing going on here.
All right, y'all.
I'm going to mute myself.
Retrograde going on right now.
Testing. How's that? Testing. Better? We're still echoing? I don't hear anybody now.
Can you hear me?
Okay, I hear you, Lloyd.
Okay, good.
Kaya, are you in the house?
Can you hear me?
I'm in the house.
Okay, I hear you. I hear
Okay,
you, Lloyd.
good.
All right, so let's get it going, y'all.
Yeah,
Let's get it
go.
going.
Can you hear me?
So,
okay,
oh shit.
I hear you, Lord.
All right, so let's get it going, y'all. Let's get it going.
Can you hear me?
So,
okay,
this is crazy.
I hear you, Lord.
All right, so let's get it going, y'all. Let's get it going.
It's been like this all day.
Testing.
It's been like this all day.
Testing. Come on, Hank. You got to press some buttons or something. You can't. He got nothing. Hank's got nothing. All right, so we live.
Press some
Mercury
buttons or
retrograde. It's the
But
terrible
we're
worst you can have.
Can't. He got nothing.
we're still echoing here.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right. So listen, Lloyd, I think you and I are on. I think maybe Kaya's on a delay. But listen, man. Hey, listen, we're here. Let's talk about it. Election night. You're the numbers
Well,
man.
um,
You're the
well,
numbers man. You're the man that I want to be next to on election night and on lottery night. You know what I'm saying?
you
So
can
so
imagine
break down
that.
the numbers for us, Lloyd.
Well, actually, this is one of my toughest times now when there are predictions like this because people got money on the line. For example, I was out with my brother today and he was talking about the fact that there's so much money riding on whether Biden is going to win or whether Trump is going to win. And I'm just saying, wow, you know, I forgot that people vote on everything you can imagine, okay? But what
That's
happens
true.
is I look at numbers from the cycles that they're in. And what happened is when I did the cycle of Joe Biden, which his birthday is February the 20th, his birthday is 17 days from now. When I did his birthday, November the 20th, 2020, it added up to an 8. Now, anybody who studied numerology will tell you 8 is that power number. It represents authority, achievement, recognition, doing things on a great scale. This is when people become executive CEOs, whatever the case is. They do a lot of growing. I mean, it's like aiming for the sun, even if you only hit the moon, but it's a year to do big things, which he's done. So then I says, okay, he's in an 8 personal year, but what kind of month is he going through for November, which is now? So 8 plus the 11th calendar month equals 19. That denotes honor, success, esteem. And so therefore looking at the numbers that the conditions are better for him. Now, let's look at the other side, Donald Trump. He is in a 6 personal year, born on the 14th of June. So in a 6 is friendly to him, but is not as powerful as the number 8, where 8 rules finance and romance, 6 rules romance and finance. It does just the opposite. So in its way, it also rules health, which you notice he got sick. That is President Trump just before him kind of recuperating and stuff like that. But when I added his 6 personal year to the 11th position month, that's 17, and 1 plus 7 is 8. Now, Trump's major opposition numbers born on June the 14th are the 3 and the 8. So here it is. It's the night of the 3rd, one of his stress numbers, and he's in an 8 personal month, which is one of his stress indicators as well. So what I'm saying is numerically, the conditions favor more Joe Biden than it does him. Now, you know what happens, Baraka? They see us, oh, you're black, therefore it must be for Biden. But you and I know that we probably know some brothers and sisters that are just as diehard for Trump.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? So they have to understand that we're not doing it because of who we are. At least I'm not. I'm doing it because of the numbers. Now, if you talk about the ethics of the man, yes, I would want him out. If you talk about the meanness of the man, yes, I would want him out. But when he talks about the election has been rigged, I'll put it like this. Should he win this election? Should he win? I would have to agree with him that, yes, the election was rigged. Here's what I'm saying. In Nevada, the Republican people are trying to invalidate 100,000 ballots, okay? In Houston, Texas, because of the pandemic, they did a drive-in where people can drive in and leave their ballots, 127,000. They tried to knock that out. In Pennsylvania, where they've got they wanted the ballots to stop at 12 midnight tonight, where the court says no. Pennsylvania got 72 hours or 3 days past tonight to get all the ballots in. So what I'm saying is, since they're, and don't forget, that's in 3 out of 50 states. So that means there are 47 other states that they're juggling with. Okay.
Right.
So my whole thing is if they felt very assured, and don't forget, they were messing with the post office. So everybody says like, yo, man, you don't mess with the PO. People get their medicine, they get their check, they get their food stamps. The post office, nobody mess with. But yet they try to do that too, all with the hopes of suppressing the vote. So my thing is, if it's all of that much of a cakewalk, why would you do this? This president has sparked more animosity between people. It's almost like he takes great pleasure in it. So when the Trump train, as they call it, tried to interfere with Joe Biden's bus travels in Texas, just
you're being kind. You said interfere. They tried to run him off the road.
Well, I'm being nice, man, because it's your. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Kaya, tell them we take off the gloves. You know, we keep it real on magnets, crystals, and pyramids, baby. We take the gloves off.
Well, do you know that one of the sheriffs that said that it was one of Biden's drivers that really instigated the crash? Would you believe it?
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I'm well, you know, listen, come on. We all know about police and police reports.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Come on.
So that's one of the things. So I just think it's very, very interesting how everything has taken place. But the way it looks, numerically speaking, it does favor Joe Biden. And here's the thing. It is 2020, the year of 2020. He's born on the 20th, and Kamala Harris is born on the 20th. That's 2020 right there. So that might be more symbolic than. And time will tell, and we'll all see. All righty. So that's what I know. So it's just very, very interesting how this is going to play out. And
thank you, Lloyd.
Yeah, and I will say this in closing too, because of the animosity that has been fostered. Notice how stores, at least here in New York, I don't know. Yeah, well, of course you're here in New York too. Some stores are boarded up.
Yeah, I've seen it.
They're boarding up in anticipation of Donald Trump's his supporters, their ugliness. So you know, so I'm not impressed. That's not a way to run a nation. Okay.
Well, they've been issued so many threats, you know, about people saying that they're not going to accept a defeat by Trump, and you know, it's just all kind of crazy. But anyway, but here's the thing. So there's a lot of controversy about the Electoral College. You know, people are up in arms about it. But then even the popular vote. So we had last time Hillary. They said she got the popular vote, and then even the way Bush and them snatched it from Gore, you know what I mean? So what I'm saying is that I'm listening to what you're saying, and it sounds like you're choosing your words very carefully. You're saying numerologically, this is what it's indicating, but as if you're leaving the door open for something else. What would be, like, for example, if it just so happened that Trump does take it? What would be, like, you know, is there anything numeral as far as the numbers are concerned that might explain either how that could happen or if it could happen? Like, is there, like, so are you definitely Biden's got it?
Well, yeah. And the reason why I'm saying it, let me say this. Trump has been projecting that the election is rigged or whatever the case is. I'll say this for what it's worth. Should he become the president for a second term, I would have to agree with him that, yes, the election has definitely been rigged. That's why there have been more early turnout, early voting than almost any. They've never seen anything like this. And I think people want to make sure that the numbers make sense. For example, back in 2016, when I did a prediction that you can see on YouTube, I was talking about how Hillary's going to win it hands down. She's a Scorpio. The person who's on the 8, she's an 8. And so people didn't call me and said, well, Lloyd, you said that. And I wasn't taking into consideration the Electoral College. But if he did win the popular vote. So what happens is now people are more concerned about this electoral vote. So I think in light of it, people are going to keep their eyes more on the electoral vote. And we got all these people, and you mean this guy's still going to get it? Now, he's got 3,500 lawsuits, 3,500 lawsuits. He's been documented for telling over 25,000 lies. President Obama, I, or Kaya or Hank, if we told 5 lies, we're out the door. Okay?
That's right. That's right.
So when they talk about white privilege,
and they would lock Hank up. They would lock him up. You know, Kaya get a warning.
Yeah. Well, you know what they do with you and me. We
right.
Lawyer, we couldn't make bail. We'd have to be here until we get a lawyer, probably court appointed, to tell us to plead guilty. You know, which is why so many of our brothers wind up incarcerated, because we don't have the funds, the resources, sophistication, or the legal counsel to offset these. Where it'd been anybody else, they'd have just got off and they'd have been home. And then when they do appear, they court date, they're in a shirt and tie, you know, with orange jumpsuits, shackled and stuff like that. So it gives a negative image. So it's those kinds of things. But I would say that this president isn't president of the United States. He is president of United States Incorporated, because that's how he's looking at it. He always says, "My people." I thought it's supposed to be the United States of America. We exclude all of it, but it's "my people." So if you're listening to the language, I don't think we his people, Baraka. Okay.
Listen, I was clear from day one.
Yeah,
I was clear. I was clear.
Me too.
So Miss Kaya French, know your numbers on Instagram and on Facebook. What's going on? How you doing?
Peace. I am great.
It's good to see you, Kaya. So yeah, we can hear you clearly. So
can you hear me?
So tell us what's going on with the stars and the planets right now. I know it's really generic and everything, but you know, as far as where we are right now, as far as where we're going, you know, astrologically, we're hearing about, you know, 2 suns in some places. People are reporting seeing 2 suns and all kind of crazy phenomenon. People are talking about planet X showing up in the Nibiru. I don't know what, just from your perspective, astrologically, what's going on?
I mean, there's a lot of celestial bodies in the stars that we don't even know about. You know, that we don't even think about. They don't even make it noticeable. Not noticeable, but aware of there is. Like they don't. It's 13. It's really 13 months, right? If you want to take off the extra 2 days that make it 31 days and make it 13 months, you know, in the extra planet, the extra zodiac sign. So, you know, it's like there's a lot of things. So United States has been built on lies, you know, has been built on fairy tales and all this thing, because this is their order. This is not our order. We then knew, not we, but our ancient people knew about the stars, the moons, how they was able to tell us time now. So what's going on now, you know, we have Mars retrograding, we have Mercury going direct today. So all this, you know, delays happening and miscommunication are going on, car not working, car been, you know, on the road, people being Iraq, people being you know, instigators, and people really, you know, not really taking things lightly around here, what's going on, not taking their time. They're not having no patience. Okay. And some people will not even strong right now to even fight through what's going on. So I would just say the best thing that you can do right now is really take a look at yourself and see what areas need to work on, and work on those areas, because life is going to keep going regardless of what. What are you going to do about what you're doing in your household? Are you cleaning up your house? Are you disregarding some things? Are you throwing away what you don't need, giving away because you can't go to the donation stores like you should or can now. So call a family member. They may need those clothes. They may need those shoes right now. So instead of monetary gifts, go in your closet and find what you can't use anymore and give it to your neighbor or your family members, something like that. And not only that, are you calling your people? You know, this election, you know, they are really organized and structured when it comes to these elections. They're gonna call you all darn day, text you all day about this election, going to vote. But so they can get together and you need to do that, but we can't get together like that and come together and make a phone call. It got to be about something else. It had to be a girl. Did you hear this? Girl, let me tell you this. Why can't it be how you doing? How your kids doing? How you feeling today? Or is that everything okay? Do you need some food? Anything like that? You know, it's hard times for some, and it's not hard times for some people. So this would be a good time to really get on your grind and get what you need to do and get it done. Simple as that. You know, have some order, have some structure, reconstruct yourself on how you do things. Cut that TV off, get the kids off the phone, and and start working on you, because this technology is really taking over. And all you're doing is giving them information to look, to find you, locate you easier. Because it's data information on the internet. So it just make it more useful now.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. So now, you happened to mention something just now about the 13th sign. Can you shed a little bit of light on that for us? Tell us about I think it's the serpent bearer.
Is it? I thought it was called Affiliates. That's the 13th sign that they talked about, but
Yeah,
they
but
don't
it's
make it home.
right. So what are the dates and what are supposed to be like the general characteristics, just to give people a general familiarity?
Those who are normally Capricorns will really be Sagittarius, and those that may be Aries, air may be Pisces. So it's just the dates are a little bit thrown off because you have to count those days, that 2 days, to add up that extra 13 month, if you want to call it that. So that's the maybe original calendar, and what we go off is the Gregorian calendar.
Mm.
Gregorian calendar, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So
Gregorian, right.
Gregorian calendar. So
Right.
it's really a big deal, a big fuss about that, and that's just based off that information, just 13, it's kind of conflict. And as a forward energy, as the United States is built on July 4th. So you think
Mm-hmm.
about it, the election is what, every 4 years. The Independence Day is July 4th. So a four energy is a person or a thing, had a place, whatever it is. It likes to be consistent. It likes to stay in structure. It likes to have a routine, because if I know I'm focused here and I have a routine, you can't expect nothing for me to change, because I'm already grounded in structure. I have my foundation. I'm gonna keep being consistent. And this is what they do.
Mm-hmm.
As long as they are consistent in what they do,
Mm-hmm.
it makes it harder for you to, really get going. However, you use the energy to your own benefit. You got to play the game like Monopoly,
Mm.
chess.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to get your stuff together, be the game with them, but use it at your own will, because they're gonna work their program. So you work your program along with their organizations and their skills. So that once you get a business, they want you to get qualified. Okay, do all these things, do all these steps. But you can use the knowledge that you have and apply it in a different way to get grants, to get your business started, to get all these other things, all of how you use and how you use your words.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Beautiful. Beautiful. So, Lloyd, so now, the crazy thing is, we were actually talking earlier, and it's like, yo, it's November. We're gonna blink our eye and it's gonna be, 2021,
Yeah, in fact,
So
your birthday is coming up next month. That's why I was
that
like,
that's right.
yo, didn't we start? But but I think what happens is there's an anxiety for this year to come and go, because this
Mm-hmm.
year has brought a whole lot of things out. One of
Wow.
them is, at least from my experience, I've had now more couples that are breaking up that are married.
Oh.
Uh, I guess it's one thing when you kiss your mate and you go to work and you out the house 8 hours a day. When you got to be up under each other every day, all day long, I guess
Right.
you start seeing through the veneer of it. I wrote
Right.
a piece about online dating, especially because
Mm.
online dating, especially, one has to be very careful, because out of the 10 top scams, the romance scam ranks number one. In other words,
Wow.
the people lose about $100 million every year because of somebody. And on these on these online sites, people do lie. You know, people know how to use
Mhm.
Photoshop. Photoshop is very easy now. They'll
You
take,
don't know who you're getting online.
huh?
Mhm.
You don't know who you're getting.
No, but
You
that's
know,
what I'm
people can
saying.
pretend to be whoever they want.
That's what I'm saying. And so I was saying that it's not that the online dating sites are scams, it's those swindlers that get
Mm.
into the sites that make it
Mm.
like that. And one of the
Oh.
things I told them, if it's too good to be true, they're saying all the right things. They sounded all good and stuff. This is the person I've been wanting for. Almost likely, those are the guys that are very con and they know how to appeal to the lonely heart and they know how to appeal to your pocketbook and will take you to the cleaners.
Mm.
So my thing is to just be aware and see what has happened is because of this pandemic and everybody can't touch anybody, can't hug anybody, you know, you can't
Mm.
do much of anything. Human nature, you want to hold on to somebody, you want to hug somebody, you want to maybe have that intimate moment or experience and stuff like that. But this COVID, you know, is everybody's like, don't even look at me. You better stand 6 feet apart. I mean, people have actually gone to
Mm.
blows because we
Mm.
got too close. So things have kind of changed. So for those who are definitely hungry in a physical way, a romantic way, this make online dating sites very, very enticing. And in fact, I have a good friend I used to have breakfast with on a regular basis. He would always go on dating sites, Barack. He tried to get me to go on one of them. But yet, when he told me what happened, they were always disasters. So why would I want to go on a dating
Right.
site if they're disasters? I mean, duh.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? Seriously. There was
I'm a
always something. Something was not right with the person.
yeah.
They got this. They look like that.
Yo,
Uh,
Lloyd, I'm old school, man. I mean,
yeah.
I'm married. Don't get me wrong. I'm happily married, but you know, I'm old school. I don't know about all that, man. You
No,
know?
I don't do dating sites. No.
Yeah,
I've
that's
heard too
Yeah.
much
exactly what
about them.
they're going
But what I was getting at was that so 2021, like give us like a forecast. Like what can we look forward to in what would it be, a 5 year?
Yes, and five was the element of air, except it means air in the terms of freedom, the flexibility to come and go. So people are going to want some more breathing space.
Yeah, because they ain't got no job.
I know people are going to want to travel more, even if it's
Uh-huh.
a day or two trips. And as you know, Cuomo has tightened New York City. If you coming
Mm,
out of places like Georgia,
right,
Florida, North
right,
Carolina, Texas, they're
right.
going to shut you down when you come to New York. You now have to go
Yeah,
through some tests, some quick tests
yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever. So Cuomo is trying to keep it to a minimum, whereby all these other states that Trump had convinced their governors to open up, there's a
Mm,
super resurgent of it where it's almost epidemic. So, you know,
mm,
let's use a little common sense. So these are the same people that want to have the economy open, but I don't see how you're going to have an open economy and you're in bad health. Y'all coughing all on each other. Y'all spreading the virus all around to each other. Do you think the business is going to? I don't think so. I think the priority is the health first, and then you get the business. But if you're
mm,
talking about, well, we need to make the money, yet you're not practicing certain things, the sanitary laws, cleanliness, not breathing on somebody, whatever the case is, it don't mean nothing. All that money is going to do is pay for your hospital bills when you go in and catch it. That's
that's
all.
right.
if you're paying that.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and it could be expensive too, very expensive.
Wow. Wow. Okay. And Kaya, same thing. Forecasts as far as, astrology speaking for 2021.
I just think, because we have Uranus and Taurus right now, there's a lot of disruptive going on in people homes. Like Lloyd
Mm,
said earlier, people are breaking up that's been together for years. Now they finally
mm,
saying the truth with their partners, and either they relocating. It's just a change up in the homes and the people relationships, and not only that, we have Uranus, which is a 4 and a 1 energy. Then we have Taurus, it's a 6, and ones and fours and sixes don't really get along. So here it
mm,
is, trying to be assertive and do what you have to do. But then again, you got these odd and unusual situations coming up that are, unforeseen. And then you got this family duty, home, work, school responsibility. So you're juggling all these things at one time, trying to figure out how I'm going to get things done. So the best way you need to do is to really have some structure, have a routine, and have a work off a schedule. So if you got to get up a little bit early, get up a little early. You got to go to bed a little later, go to bed a little later, so you get things going and flowing, around the home and get things together. Um, and then we have Pluto in Capricorn and Jupiter in Capricorn. So Jupiter will be making this transition towards the end of December, around the 15th to the 20th, making this transition through Aquarius, which is more, flexibility, freedom. I'm kind of working on my own. And we still gonna be in the home, probably doing work, because around November the 12th is when the Jupiter and Pluto will be at a conjunct at 22 degrees, and we in the year 22, and two, whether you add it to 22 or you add it to 4, fourth is a health indicator number, which we already seeing an increase of a rise of this virus. And me personally, I've been at the hospital. My mother is very ill right now, so I've been seeing a lot of patients, and I see how they had to put these gowns on and get ready to go and care for these COVID-19 patients. And not only that, I'm noticing, because I'm an observer, so I'm noticing that you got the sick healing the sick helping the sick. It is all confused up in the hospital right now. They don't know what they do and what really to do. So especially in Mercury retrograde, is you get bits and pieces and information at small increments, and everything is not going to be for sure. So you got maybe getting wrong doctor's prognosis going on. You hear one thing, then one doctor said another thing, the doctor said this. It's just so much confusion. So you better just wait for a couple more days to this Mercury really go direct. So, and you have a 2-week delay with that too as well. So today it went station direct, Mercury retrograde, and Scorpio. Now it's in a little back in the last couple stages of Libra right now. So that deals with the heart and the mind. Mercury deals with the mind, mental ability, and Libra is the also deals with the 6. It's the 6 energy, also deals with the air. So people are having more heart population, or you catching the virus even more. And we're just gonna see an uprising in this. But it really boils down to, are you taking care of yourself? And what are you eating? Because there's a lot of food that's out here that's not good for us. And not only that, what are your health condition already that's pre-existing that can cause this virus or whatever you're going to the hospital for, even flare up even worse. So to me, I just think this is we have to get through the storm. This is the storm before the calm.
Okay. And while we have you, Kaya, why don't you tell us about your column, where we can find it, and your social media accounts?
Yeah, so I write for the New York Amsterdam News every Thursday. It comes out. So if you live in New York,
numbers.
Know your numbers. So the column is called Know Your Numbers, and it's on page 18 on the New York Amsterdam newspaper.
That's a 9.
It's a 9 energy. Inspiration. Look at you. I see you on your notes.
Beautiful. That's right. Thank you, Lloyd.
You're welcome, buddy. You're welcome anytime.
So KayaFrench.com is my website. You can see my name, KyaFrench. And my contact number is 1-866-331-5088. That is 1-866-331-5088. And my website is KayaFrench.com. Instagram is Know Your Numbers with the E as backwards 3 when you do the Know Your Numbers.
Okay. And so, real quick before we go, Kaya, when is the mothership coming? I'm trying to pack my shit.
I mean, they talk about this mothership. Is it true? I have heard people say they have seen it when they went to Egypt. So I guess I got to go to Egypt to see this mother plane. But, we can already feel the divine mother energy forces upon us, with all the hurricanes and tornadoes and storms, there's wicked weather. I mean, look at it. It's November. We still got 7 degree weather outside when normally it's about 40, 45, 30 degree weather, especially here in Michigan. So, you just have that Mother Nature do her part.
That's
and just
right.
and make a way. Earthquakes, tsunami, tornadoes. You got the fires in California. Was it?
Yo, it's crazy everywhere.
So yeah, everywhere is a little wicked, you know. So global warming, global change, whatever they're doing with this HARP energy, you know, it's just a mess. So I would just
Right.
advise people to you know, y'all went out, we all went out probably early this year, got all the tissue, toilet paper, and all this stuff, you know. So I wouldn't say go back out and get it, but make sure you have something in your home just in case something does occur. Make sure you at least have 3 months of cash or 6
Right.
months. Just have
Right.
something put up because that's one thing we all fall short in is having something reserved for ourselves and
Right.
our family.
Right. Lloyd was laughing when I said I want to, pack my shit because he know you can't take nothing with you, baby.
Yeah,
You can't
yeah,
take nothing with you on the mothership, baby. Only thing you can do is bring your ass.
yeah.
Mhm.
So while we at it, come on, Lloyd. Give us your contact, your social media.
Well, people can call me. Well, they can contact me directly through my website, Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. That's spelled LLOYD Strayhorn, STRAYHORN.com. When they go there, they can sign up for a free newsletter that both Kaya and I write. If you go to her site, it'll be say by Kaya and Lloyd. You go to my site, it says by Lloyd and Kaya. But the fact is, we both write it as a joint effort.
Okay,
Uh,
okay. I gotta get that. I didn't get that. I gotta go.
yeah, it's
I'm
a
on
free.
IG and I see y'all on IG, but I didn't know about that. I gotta sign up, get mine.
Yeah, people think I live in her city and she live in my city. We live in two different cities, great distances apart. But it shows
Wow.
no matter the distances, there are always common threads. And so when it
Beautiful.
comes to what we do, we share that a lot in common. But her forte though is that Amsterdam News column. I think this is column number 45. So I mean, she's almost been doing this a rock solid year. So I got to give her props because it's not easy, right? And she takes up the whole page. She don't take up the page. She takes up the whole page. So,
That's
but
huge.
I ain't
That's
gonna go
huge.
there. I ain't gonna go there. But that's how she rolls. And then in that, you can also go to my website and sign on for the online class. You can also schedule an appointment, and you can also see what's in store for the Zodiac sign as I'm now working on the forecast for 2021. It's going to be very interesting.
So what kind of things would we expect to learn in this online class?
Well, you learn the importance of your name because, see, your name denotes your natural talents, gifts, skills, and abilities. So even if you did not go to school at all, you are blessed. So when I spelled the name Baraka, the one thing it has a number of twos and a number of ones. So that means you know how to be a leader, but smile about it. You know how you got some leaders and they real mean? Well, you smile and people behind that smile know you mean exactly what you said you said. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I be trying to tell them.
Yeah, that's how that goes,
Say what you mean and mean what you say,
Yeah,
baby. Come on now.
yeah, and it also tells me you would do well in the mechanical, mathematical sciences, computers, technology, or have an interest in it. But you're also very decisive. In the last name Moyo, you got 2 sevens, which means you have a very strong spiritual, analytical, spiritual base about you.
Wow.
It makes you open and receptive. And I would suspect that if we came to your home, we would be surprised at the number of either books, magazines, periodicals that you would have in your home that reflects knowledge and wisdom and understanding. Whoa, I see. There we go. That's what I'm
There we
talking.
go.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's just one library.
And that's just from a name. Okay, I
Right.
didn't get the birthday, but just from the name. So the
Wow.
first 5, it's a 10-part course, 10 parts. The first 5 deals with your name, then your birthday. So you can change your name for philosophical reasons, religious reasons, criminal reasons. The only thing you can do about your birthday is fib about it. But your birthday tells me your destiny. It tells me seasons, the best days to do this, the best months, the best dates, as well as the months and days, dates and years that will also challenge you as well. I mean, it's an amazing journey, and I try to simplify it to the point that I might be thinking about working on a part 2 to really explain even more so some of the details about, okay, now that I've learned it, how do I apply it? And I think that's where my focus is going to be on the next one.
Okay. Wow.
Oh, and also,
Listen, I got to tell you, every time I talk to you, Lloyd, I'm fascinated. So, maybe I do need to call up and sign up for your course or put one of my children on it or something.
yeah, well, wait
You
till the
know.
on sale. Right now, it's about $109, but it's always like $14, $15. So check every now and then. Now that it's a new month, they'll probably have you catch it on sale. Then save some money in your pocket and still get some knowledge in your head too. Okay.
Okay.
My
Thank
media
you.
site, they can get to me at Instagram under Numbers in You, Facebook under Numbers in You, Twitter under Numbers in You, and LinkedIn under Numbers in You, which is the name of my book, which is like a numerology Bible.
Right. 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 Beautiful. All right. Thank you. So before we go, I got one last question for you, Kaya. So I was asking about the ophiuchus, right? Because technically speaking, so I heard about it and I did a little bit of research, and it turns out that those dates, it's like me. I'm this 13th sign. But at the same time, it's like the description for Sagittarius, it fits me to a T. So am I both? Am I one or the other? How does it work?
So I would say that kind of energy will almost be similar to using the Chaldean system or Pythagorean system, which Chaldean system is more of, back in the ancient time, Egyptian information, and Pythagoras system, same thing, but it's more on a universal so universal mean, this is what the universal aspects goes by. We go through the 1 through 9. Chaldean goes through 1 through 8, because once you get to 9, it's going to always revert back to the same energy number. It's going to add up to the 8, the 7, the 6, the 5, or the 4. But you do have things that adds up to a 9, which is 9 is a universal aspect. 9 means that you have come to the end of the road, and now this is your you're letting go, you're releasing things, and you're moving on to the next 1 year or the one personal thing, or are you going to be moving forward in direct motion right now? So I had to really look into that more, because I read one too, and I was thinking about how can that be when we got this and we got that. So that's where the
Right.
confusion come in from that. So the only way that is going to be popularized if we really go off that system, but everybody is this system, so it makes it more flexible. It makes it more, that. So it's not really it's standard is the 12 months, but a woman's cycle is 28 days.
Right.
Like the months, 28, it's
Which,
only 28 days in the months. And
which
the
is
actual
more a lunar cycle as opposed to
right,
solar, though. Right.
lunar cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Lunar. So that's go off more of a lunar cycle, than this one doesn't go off of that.
Got you. Got you. Got you. So
And
it's like, so
I was going to say, if they probably made the name a little easier to pronounce and say and spell, it would probably
right.
be acceptable too.
Right. Right. You're right. You're right. You're right. It because it has that. It's like ophiuchus, or it's just a weird.
Yeah, tongue twister, like
Something right,
Right.
Affiliate, something like that.
Huh?
I think it's Affilius, right? The name.
Affilius. Yeah. Yeah. That's well. That's the point right there. It's, tomato,
and
tomato.
then they squeeze it in between. They squeeze it in between Scorpio and Sagittarius, and they move everybody around. So when it came out a couple of years ago, I was very popular where people would be calling me about that. But they've always based upon the principle of the 12 disciples of Israel, or the 12 months in the year. So I think that's become the general exception. But if they could change the name and make it more easy to say and spell, it might work.
Yeah, because when you do that, you talking about changing the whole game. You know what I'm saying? Everybody be the same sign with that. I won't be a Capricorn. I'll be Sagittarius. It would really change.
But that's the beauty of it, because you are all of those signs, but just in different ways. Like it's not your sun, it's your Mars or your,
Actually, you're absolutely right, Barack. Your moon, your ascendant,
right.
It's a host of things. That's why Kaya recommended you go see her as a professional astrologer, because you're more than just a Sagittarius and just a Sagittarius to the number. You are composite of several things: your rising sign, your moon, where your Venus is. There was a popular book, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. So let's say you came to me and you were not in a relationship and you want to know what kind of relationship would be best for you. I would look at your Venus position, because that rules the female attraction in a man's chart.
Exactly.
If a woman wants to know what kind of man, we would look at her Mars, because it rules her male. So there's a lot to this. There's a lot.
Exactly. Exactly. So
it.
it's like in certain scenarios, you know, when I'm with the fellas, you know, I'm in my Aries, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
come
that's that
Saturday
one.
night, I'll be in my Scorpio thing. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what? That's almost the same energy, except for Scorpio is more a little bit possessive than the Aries is.
And
You know,
I could be that too, Kaya. I could be that. I could be all of that. I could be whatever I want to be. In any given situation, I could be what I want to be.
Amen,
You know what I'm
brother.
saying?
You got
You
it.
know?
You got it. You got it.
that's
And
why
Yeah,
we all have the stars aligned within our bodies and within
no
our
doubt. No doubt.
natal
So it's
chart.
always
So,
a pleasure. Thank y'all.
thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You
Thank
know, much
so
love.
you. Yeah.
Much love.
Yeah. And we will see who will win about 2 or 3 days from now if there's not a riot in the streets. Okay.
it may be a landslide and Trump may win, to be honest.
We'll talk
What?
about all of that.
What?
We'll
Did you
talk about all of that.
I'm sorry, but Joe Biden can't even get his granddaughter right. Okay, he called her his dad's son,
Mm.
and he's he's got dementia probably.
Yo, Kaya, I'm telling you. Listen, everybody think that this guy is the new thing since sliced bread. And
No.
it's like, it's just his whole appeal is that he's just the alternate. He's the plan
Yeah,
B for
You're right.
Trump. So
You're right.
they might as well call him Joe Cardboard.
Harris to be president.
You know, I explained it this way earlier. It's like good cop, bad cop. That Trump
Right.
is the cop, and he's gonna be the good cop. But basically, it all boils out to be about the same.
No, it's not even good cop and bad cop. It's bad cop and worse cop.
Whoa. Okay. That's
know,
had to go to that one. Yeah.
come on.
Preston Roberts, Pookie and Ray Ray, you know, all those things. You know, we can play those games too. So the best thing is this, you know, they have all these people calling us about, did you vote and are you going to vote? They blew my phone up. Lord have mercy. Why can't we do that? Why can't we do that or use that same energy to come together?
Exactly.
You know, it's so much they are doing, and they got so much money for all these campaigns. See how well organized and structured they are when it comes to these campaigns and money.
That's right.
And
That's right.
you know, our votes only count when it comes to their opponents who they want to win. Like, so we there to make them look good. You know, our vote when they up against one another. And why is there only 2 people? Why is not more than people going for president?
Exactly.
You know, that's why Malcolm X said in his 1964 speech, the ballot or the bullet. That they always need us at the bottom line, but yet 1964 and all those years that have transpired, we're still in the same boat.
No doubt.
That means we need to wake up, or somebody needs to take a real second look at what's going on.
We still taking on water, Lloyd.
Believe me, we better get the life rafts out this time, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna keep going around to the same. See, a 4 energy, they're gonna keep taking you this way, up the hill, back down the street, around the corner to the grocery store, back to the grocery store, and you're gonna end up at the same place. So it's like, when are we going to stop running in this circle? When are we really gonna get together and stand for something? Obviously, we keep going around. We keep doing their work for them by voting.
Exactly. And keeping their system operating.
Yeah, their system. That's what they want you to do.
And you know, here's the irony about Kaya and I in terms of the states we're in. Here in New York, as you know, Baraka, who are they dependent upon? The black vote. There in Michigan, in Detroit, you know who they dependent on? The black vote right there where Kaya lives. So notice how whether it's in Michigan, whether it's in New York, whether it's in LA, whether it's in Atlanta, they always depending on you and I.
We're their biggest consumers, bigger spenders, especially when these Black Friday come and holidays come around. We right jumping into it. I don't shop on holidays. I rather not.
And every month there's a holiday. Every month there's a holiday.
That's right.
Martin Luther King, February, then Easter, then, you know, I mean, every month, Mother's Day in May, graduation in June, July 4th. I think they give August a break. Then they got Memorial Day in September.
August is vacation.
Yeah. That's me. You get a break because it's hot.
It's vacation holiday.
Yeah. Yep. That's it. Then I mean, and on. So now we get Thanksgiving coming up. Then there's gonna be Christmas. and then the scenario goes again, and people want to know why they can't keep money in their pocket.
That's this Thanksgiving gonna be something else, you know, because you got Mars going direct on November the 13th. You got Mercury is going direct today, so you know maybe you might want to take a seat back and get your popcorn and get your cookies and just watch a movie because it's about to play all out.
Watch the show.
Playing out now, right? Watch the show. Sit back, and you better shut up.
Wow. Beautiful. All right. Thank y'all.
Thank you. And by the way, before we close, that on our respective sites, for those that would like to donate, we have a PayPal and a Cash App. So whatever they'd like to donate would be greatly appreciated.
Show some love to Lloyd Strayhorn, legendary, world-renowned numerologist, and Kaya French, up and coming, slamming it out the box, out of the park on the Amsterdam News. Know your numbers.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. And so are you.
All right.
Thank you, Baraka. God bless you.
Thank you. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll see him later.
Okay. All right. Peace, y'all.
Peace.